Australia just shocked the world by fighting billions of ants with an army you can't even see. On a tiny island in the Indian Ocean, forests began to suffocate, bird nests failed, and up to tens of millions of famous red crabs vanished. The invader? Yellow crazy ants. Tiny, fast, fearless, and armed with acid. Chemical bait knocked them down. Then they came roaring back. So scientists tried something that sounds insane, releasing thousands of micro-wasps to starve the ants. Empire at the source. It worked. Super colonies collapsed, crabs returned, and the forest began to breathe again. But the war isn't over. If the next move goes wrong, Australia could trade one disaster for another. Stay with me, because what happened here might be the blueprint and the warning for saving ecosystems everywhere. The island where crabs rule, Christmas Island, sits far off the Australian mainland, isolated for millions of years. With no land predators, crabs rose to power. Especially the red crab, a bright scarlet gardener that clears leaves, turns soil, and feeds the forest. Each year, their migration paints roads red and draws global crews to film it. Tourism, research, and culture orbit around these animals. Then the balance broke. The invader arrived sometime last century. Yellow crazy ants slipped in with cargo. They don't fight each other, so their colonies merge into super colonies, billions strong, spreading through rainforest like a living spill. When rains come, they surge out of damp nests, carpet the ground, and anything that moves gets hit with formic acid. Red crabs go blind, collapse, and die. Burrows turn into ant nurseries. Leaf litter piles up. Fires get hotter. Young trees crowd the canopy. And seabirds lose nesting sites. One small invader triggers why the ants exploded. Here's the twist. The ants had a secret food factory. The yellow lax scale insect. Scales drink tree sap and ooze honeydew. An energy drink for ants. In return, ants protect them like farmers guard cattle. When scales thrive, ant numbers can rocket. So the more the forest weakened, the more the honeydew engines ran, and the stronger the ant empire grew. Chemicals. Win the battle, lose the war. Rangers tried protein baits laced with fipronil. Drop at the right moment. During the dry season, and you hit ants while most red crabs stay underground. Miss the window and you poison the very species you're trying to save. Helicopters blanketed super colonies, sometimes cutting ant numbers by almost everything in weeks. But the jungle is cliffs, caves, and deep ravines. Miss pockets and survivors rebound. Even when bait worked, questions remained. What about non-target insects? What about cost? You can mow weeds, but if you don't pull the roots, the invisible army. Scientists gambled on elegance over brute force. Micro-wasps, not stingers, not nest builders. These were precision agents, Tacardiophagous somervillei, designed by evolution to hunt yellow lax scales. A female lands, probes, lays an egg inside a scale. The larva consumes the host. Fewer scales means less honeydew. Less honeydew means starving ants. Before release, researchers spent years verifying the wasps wouldn't switch targets. Only after strict testing did helicopters open hatches and dust the worst battle zones with a rain of life you couldn't see. Collapse of a super colony. When teams returned to one of the biggest ant fortresses, the shock was real. Where counters once recorded hundreds of ants per square yard, now you could count them on two hands. Trails went quiet. Trees shed the black sooty mold fed by honeydew. Leaf litter thinned as crabs resumed their cleaning. And then came the headline moment. Red crabs surged again. Roads. The hope and the hard truth. This is a success story, but not a fairy tale. The jungle still hides untreated pockets. Every rainy season can wake billions. The wasp strategy cuts the fuel line, but you still need eyes on the ground, follow-up baiting where needed, and continuous monitoring. Think of it like managing a chronic threat. Relapses are possible if you relax too soon. The ethical knife edge. there's pressure to scale up. Consider even stronger parasitoids that hit scales harder. But push too far, and you risk repeating history's worst biocontrol mistakes. The goal isn't to replace one imbalance with another. It's to rebuild the web, so crabs, birds, insects, and trees lock each other back into stability, without a permanent dependency on poisons.